their teacher. They came up to me at a conference and they said, I have to tell you something. One of my kids who has autism, a little bit of Asperger's, came up to me and they said, I can't turn it off. I can't turn it off. And she said, and I had no idea what she was talking about. She said, I teach kindergarten. She said, and he just was really upset. And I said, what are you talking about, honey? And he said, the reading, I can't turn it off. And she said, so I asked him, well, first of all, that's good. Like, I don't understand. Why are you sad that you can't turn off the reading? And he goes, I see secrets everywhere and I just keep reading them and I can't turn it off. Now, she asked him, she said, well, that's if you're seeing secrets and then you're able to read with them, that's really good. You should be happy about that. And apparently what he told her was, I used to be able to look at words in the classroom and I could just look at them. But now every time I look at them, I keep reading it and I can't make it stop. Now, the reason he was so stressed is, if you know about kids with autism or on the spectrum, they get overstimulated very quickly. And so they need to sometimes just disconnect and stare over here or look down or remove themselves from a situation. Sometimes they need to do a motor memory or motor muscle activity to kind of calm themselves. But it's important that they can pull away. So when he would pull away before, he would just look off into the distance across the classroom. The problem is, when you're in a classroom, text is everywhere. So in a kindergarten, first grade classroom, it's text rich. There's text everywhere. So no matter where he looked, he ended up with his eyes on a word, and then he couldn't help it because he was saying ow or oi or ing or or a or e, all these sounds of all these patterns that he knew. Didn't try to remember, he just knew them. They were stuck in his head, and anywhere his eyes would land, he would then see a secret, make the sound, and then without trying, figure out the word. And then he was getting angry because it was just stimulating him more. So then he'd look somewhere else and the same thing would happen. And it was driving him crazy because he literally couldn't turn off the reading. And I thought, what a great takeaway. Teach so kids can't turn it off. Like, teach them in a way where you're not teaching, you're giving, and then let them loose, because text is everywhere. If you can't turn it off, guess what kids are doing? Every time they turn around, every time they see a road sign or a billboard or a word on a commercial or the lunch menu, they're reading. And that means our little reading block is nothing compared to the text experiences that abound from the minute they wake up in the morning until the minute they go home at night. And if we teach so they can't turn it off, we get all that juice to power up our instruction. And just imagine how fast the snowball rolls. We're turning something that the time is of no value into of maximum instructional value. And it just gets bigger and bigger and stronger and easier and easier.